Muad'Lib traveled the world for most of the 80s and 90s and wrote down some of his encounters with interesting figures. His book was barely distributed among family and friends, but recently some of the most interesting stories have surfaced through a certain community. The most jarring of them all was what he called the Wrapture. He claims to have met a fat black man standing outside a closed supermarket late at night. When asked, the man said he was called Bunny Chapala and that he was a supermarket enjoyer. After some exchanges, Bunny revealed he was on the same frequency that the shadow rulers of the world are in, and he started talking about a secret project. Bunny revealed that the biggest project right now was something known as the Wrapture. He explained that ultimately food was the biggest, most important thing in the world for anybody at any given time. He continued explaining that most people who get to fantasize about systems and control end up arriving at the same desire. They want good food, all the time, a lot of it, for them and their friends, and they want it easy. The problem was that food production, ingredients, cooks, everything was distributed around the world, and they didn't want to have to travel to restaurants or be bothered with transporting the food long distances. This has been a recurring and known desire among ambitious people, and it's always considered when a new technology is theorized or achieved, like some sort of inside joke that is taken very seriously. What he told Muad next shocked him profoundly. He said teleporting technology has been proved to be possible. They are going to install teleporters on every kitchen across the globe, from restaurants to home kitchens, wherever good food might be produced. They are going to install flavormetric routing at every cooking device. FMR constantly evaluates the Maillard reaction, moisture content, and umami levels of food. An algorithm is going to constantly determine the quality of what has been prepared, and if it's good enough, they might take it. They call it a snackrifice. This is the end game of the economy. This system is going to instantly and flawlessly transfer the wealth that matters to those that control it. Then it's a matter of making sure people are incentivized to keep creating tasty food in perpetuation, while keeping enough for themselves to survive. Muad asked Bunny if he was okay with this scenario he was describing. He just continued describing how basically the whole modern network and communication technologies have been focused on making this system possible. Then he received a call and started talking through a Bluetooth headset, the strange thing being that he only talked about food and supermarkets. It didn't make much sense to Muad. He recognized some of the ingredients or dishes mentioned, but he didn't know why they were being discussed that way. Muad then revealed something that changed the way the whole story is interpreted by the community. He revealed that Bunny Chapala was dressed in clown clothing. Not a full-blown clown outfit, but he had unusually big shoes and a colorful t-shirt with Emeril Lagasse dressed as a clown. The community has been engaged discussing if the Wrapture is possible. Most instantly agreed that the motivation is real, since it would be a desire and priority for most of them. But for this to be real, teleportation would need to be real, and it would require a very tight and organized control system, not to mention that all the cooks would need to be okay with it. But maybe if the system is enforced with enough force, the cooks will have no choice but to accept that the tasty meal they're making might not be there when they open the oven or the microwave. For now, we are free from this kind of tyranny, and you can rest assured that all the effort you put into those quesadillas will be yours to enjoy.